All right, let's cut through the noise. We're digging into the latest Next in AI newsletter to find out what really matters. We're going to move fast, covering everything from the biggest deals in the boardroom all the way to the most groundbreaking stuff happening in the lab. So let's jump right in. Okay, so let's get right to it. I mean, this is the big question, right? Beyond all the hype, beyond the endless headlines, where is AI actually making a difference? I'm not talking about some far-off future. I mean, right now. Well, the answer is really unfolding in three key places. You've got these huge deals being made, you've got fundamental changes in how we handle data, and maybe most excitingly, you have these brand new tools that are literally showing up on our desktops. So first up, let's talk about these new power alliances that are forming. You know, it's not enough anymore to just build some cool AI model in a vacuum. The real game changer is how these deep partnerships are embedding AI right into the heart of both big business and cutting-edge science. And when I say power alliances, I mean there is some serious money moving around. Just look at this number, $200 million. That's how big the new deal is between OpenAI and Snowflake. And look, this isn't just some casual collaboration. This is a massive play to push the most advanced AI right into the places where all that enterprise data actually lives. Now, what's fascinating here is that we're seeing two very different models for how AI gets integrated. On one side, you've got the enterprise play, right? OpenAI and Snowflake, that's all about business, about squeezing value out of corporate data. But then you look over at the other side, and you see something totally different, but just as important. Anthropic is teaming up with top research institutes. Their goal isn't profit, it's to speed up basic scientific discovery itself. So you have two different paths, but they're both part of the same huge trend. Okay, let's follow that second path for a minute, the science one, because honestly, the research frontier is just exploding right now with new ideas. We're talking about everything from tackling climate science to figuring out how to make these incredibly powerful AI models, well, safe. So check this out. TC Bench. Now, this might sound like some dry academic thing, but it's not at all. This is a new way to measure how well AI can predict tropical cyclones, hurricanes, typhoons. It's about forecasting their path and their intensity. By having a standard test, a benchmark, researchers can compete to build better and better models. And better models mean more accurate warnings that could literally save lives. This is AI's real-world impact in a nutshell. And it's not just about solving these huge external problems like the weather. AI is also starting to solve problems for the researchers themselves. I mean, think about it. A huge headache for any scientist is creating those perfect publication-ready illustrations for their papers. It takes forever. Enter Paper Banana. It's what's called an agentic framework, which is just a fancy way of saying it's an AI that can handle a complex task on its own. It automatically creates those visuals. So it's like having an AI research assistant, which lets the actual scientists get back to doing, well, the science. Of course, with all this power comes a really big question. How do we make sure it's safe? And this is where things are getting serious. Some researchers just went through 210 different safety benchmarks, and their big takeaway? A lot of our current tests just aren't cutting it. The new thinking is that we need to borrow ideas from classic engineering, the fields that have been managing risk for decades, to make sure the AI we're building is truly robust and reliable. And seriously, the range of what's being explored is just mind-blowing. This is just a tiny snapshot. You've got AI helping analyze gamma-ray bursts in astrophysics. You've got it classifying patents to spot the next big tech trend. It's being used in urban studies in New York City with chatbots. From deep space to city streets, the list of applications is just getting longer every single day. Okay, so big deals, check. Mind-bending research, check. But what does this all mean for you and me? What can we actually use? That brings us to our third big area, the new AI toolkit. This is where all that theory and research starts to become a real product you can get your hands on. Just to give you a quick taste, you've got Heda, which is a platform to manage the whole AI training pipeline. Then there's Develop AI, and this is pretty wild. It's an AI that actually writes firmware for microcontrollers. That is a super complex job for a human developer, and now AI is jumping in. And on a more personal level, you have Remem AI, which is designed to basically be your personal memory, helping you keep track of what's important so you can be more productive. You can see it right there. The theory is turning into tools. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground, from massive deals to brand new tools. So let's zoom out for a second. What's the big picture here? What are the key things to remember? I think it boils down to three major trends that are really shaping where AI is headed. Okay, trend number one, deep integration. This is the big one. AI isn't some separate department anymore. Whether it's the Snowflake deal for business or the Anthropic partnership for science, it's being woven right into the core of how things get done. Number 2 is practical application. The ivory tower days are over. We're seeing tools like Develop AI that show the tech is moving out of the lab and into the real world, onto our computers. And finally, number 3, increased scrutiny. As AI gets more powerful, people are rightly demanding more accountability. That push for better safety benchmarks and risk management, it's not a nice to have anymore, it's becoming absolutely essential. And all of this leaves us with one last really big question to chew on. We've seen AI dive deep into enterprise, and we've seen it supercharge scientific research. We've seen it change how we write code, and even how we study our own cities. So, as this deep integration keeps going, what's next? What's the next big, human-driven industry that AI is going to completely reshape from the inside out? That's the question I'll leave you with. Thanks for tuning in.